that as you ascend in the hierarchy of leadership, the demands by the Constitution are even more. Number one, because you occupy greater public space, you represent more people. When you speak, Mr. Speaker, you say things that can affect either positively or otherwise the lives of millions of citizens. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, listening to the case that has been laid before us since yesterday by the lawyers of the National Assembly, reading through the bunch of documents that have been presented to us, attached with evidence, Mr. Speaker, I can confirm both to this House and to the country that unfortunately this country must make the difficult decision of having to say goodbye to His Excellency, the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, because, Mr. Speaker, the reasons that have been listed have consequences by law of what you do when this happens. The National Assembly has demonstrated before us, Mr. Speaker, that on charge 1, that there are various articles of the Constitution, either through his utterances or his actions, Mr. Speaker, that have led other Kenyans to seriously believe and feel lesser Kenyans, Mr. Speaker, something that we thought we had slayed. We thought that we had worked so hard to build a cohesive society where it didn't matter after a political contest, Mr. Speaker, of who eventually wins, that you'd feel comfortable, you'd feel safe, you'd want to do business in any of our 47 counties, Mr. Speaker, and feel at home. Unfortunately, Mr. Speaker, listening to the utterances, reading through the response, Mr. Speaker, and the pleadings by his lawyers, and the pleadings and the admission, Mr. Speaker, by his own affidavit, Mr. Speaker, that either my good friend, the Deputy President, doesn't appreciate the higher calling that the office he occupies demands of him, or he has completely refused, Mr. Speaker, to accept the dictates of our Constitution. And when you get to that law, that place, Mr. Speaker, where there is conflict between man and our Constitution, then man must give way for our Constitution to thrive.